Inside, Kevon Looney, who's trying to play in every game this season. Good feed. Wiggins underneath, and a great find inside with the assist as Wiggins gets the 2.
Taylor, is there anything going on with you that you aren't telling me?
No. Why would you say that?
You just have been a little weird lately. I never see you anymore. You moved out into a house with a roommate I've yet to meet. You're not working yet, and you never seem to be around. What's going on?
To stay upright for every game played so far.
There was question marks about his durability going forward as Clay knocked
Nothing, I swear. I just been trying to find me lately. You know, that's why I'm not around. And my roommate, you'll meet soon enough.
You know you can talk to me about anything, right?
Yeah, I do. Listen, everything will happen in time.
But there's only certain people that are being signaled.
But I'll catch you later, okay? I got something I need to take care of.
So far, Clay Thompson, first 4 years in Charlotte.
Riley, you're calling late. What's wrong?
So I thought this wasn't supposed to be a date. What happened to old friends catching up?
Well, that was last week before you canceled on me. Also, this is still not a date.
Oh, really? Is that why we had our first study date during senior semester of college?
I honestly didn't think you remember that. I only picked this place to bring a comfortable feeling so it doesn't feel awkward.
Well, that's kind of hard to do given the history.
Come on. You said we'd have a clean slate.
I did, but I mean, what exactly have you done to earn my clean slate? I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't even know why I agreed to this.
You make a good point. I haven't done much to earn anything. Do you remember when, on the first study date, we were studying astronomy? And I told you that I couldn't study the planets because I could only see the stars in your eye. And you told me.
That was the corniest shit I ever heard. And yeah, I remember that, and it was. Still is, if we're being honest.
Right. But then I asked you to go out with me right after that, and you agreed to it. You couldn't understand why you agreed after hearing something so lame, but it didn't feel wrong to say yes. I think that's why you agreed now. It doesn't feel wrong to be here. We've always pulled to each other in that way, haven't we? You know it, just like I do.
It's Riley. Riley, what's going on? What? Right now? Okay, we are on the way. Looks like we're gonna have to make this non-date up again because we have a case. Let's go.
I've been tracking down this guy for years. I never had the access to find him like I needed to before I joined the FIB. He's been sex trafficking young girls for over 15 years. Well, 15 years is the longest I've known about it. It could have been more. He's been transporting all over the world. His most recent activity has been spotted right here in Los Santos.
Okay, not saying it's not important, but why specifically are we going after this guy? What makes him so different from the others?
Because he's the guy, right, Riley? Is it really him?
Wait, what guy?
What's going on here?
They call him Zeus, like the Greek god, but his real name is Miles Davis. He took me into his sex trafficking ring when I was 16.
And me, when I was 17.
Okay, why are we wasting time when we need to take this asshole down? What can we do?
I agree with Jake. We need to get on this right away.
What kind of files do you have on him? We can get started right now.
Just wait a second. Even if we could accept this case, we can't go after a guy like this without clearance from the governor. This is a highly personal case. I don't know if we can work it.
As much as I'd hate to agree, Nick's right. We would need permission to work this case.
I've watched him personally drug, beat, and sleep with young girls. I watched him sell them for money while they wept with horrors in their eyes. I was there.
I watched him do the same. I watched him make the younger ones learn from the older girls. I watched him as he kept both myself and Riley and Jennifer as his prized possessions. So I think me and Riley both can say we don't give a damn what we have to do to go after him. We're doing it.
Okay, I will arrange a meeting with Governor Walsh.
Now, girls, what's all the crying about, huh?
Please let us go home. Just let us go home. I don't want to do this.
Home? Oh, sweetheart, this is your home now. You got food, you got water, you got friends. Why would you want to leave? Besides, you can't leave. You work too much money.
You evil bastard.
Hey, you, newbie, come here. I want you to get these girls ready for auction tomorrow night. Dress them up, make them look real pretty. The better they look, the more they sell for. We need big money. You understand?
Yes, I understand. I have them ready for you, Zeus. That'll be the best bet you have yet.
Okay, I'll leave you ladies to it. Oh, and by the way, welcome home, girls.
How can you stand here as a woman and watch him do this?
Hey, listen to me. I'm on your side. I'm here to help, but I have to play my part right or none of this works. You are all in my care for the next 24 hours. I won't let anything happen to you, but you have to trust me while I figure out how to stop this.
So you all want access to work a case to one of the most high-profile sex traffickers that no one has been able to catch for almost 20 years? And it also happens to be personal to a few agents here?
Yes. And Governor, I will take full responsibility for whatever may happen in this case, even if that means me losing my job at the end of it. I stand by my team at all costs.
She might, but I sure as hell won't. I worked too hard to lose my job, my team, and my men over a personal case.
Nick, be quiet. Agents, tell me why I should let the two of you work on a case like this, knowing how it affects you.
With all due respect, Governor, but as much as we were victims, we were also the only two to escape. Zeus, aka Miles, thought we were too special to be touched by anyone, so instead he trained us to work with him. He would make us learn from him how to get the girls he wanted. He studies and stalks the girls he wants. We know the inside and outside of his operation. We can save those girls.
The cops have never been able to catch him because of the way he transports. The cops also aren't us. I don't know if you've noticed, but this FIB team can handle things the other cops cannot. You need us to stop this, to stop him for good.
You both make pretty good points. Access granted. You all can work the case and you have everything you need at my resource to do so.
Governor, come on. We have other cases we need to go after. We don't have time to go after personal vendetta bullshit.
Seriously, dude? What is your issue?
What the hell is your problem? We are talking about saving young girls here.
Yeah, what she said, Nick. This isn't just some personal case. Other girls' lives are at stake, so take the stick out of your ass for once, because we have some work to do.
If you all are going to work on this case, my only condition is that if either Agent Riley or Agent Christie decide to get anything other than justice on him, they will be suspended for 2 weeks. As Nick said, we do not take on personal vendettas using the law. I hope that is clear. I need everybody to clear the room. Nick, you and I need to talk. Now, usually I know when you are just being an ass, but I know what's really going on right now. I know that the IAA is already on the case for Miles Davis. Your agent, as a matter of fact, Agent Taylor, is the one in on it. You two came to me a few weeks ago about this case, I believe. The question is, why are you against the FIB team being on it, and why don't they know you're already on the case?
Governor, Agent Taylor is Tasha's sister. She doesn't want Tasha to know she's an agent. She has her reasons, but I told her I wouldn't tell that information to her sister. So to keep my word until I don't have to, I don't want them near this case.
I understand that, Nick. I gave them access because they can help your agent get those girls out of there. Agent Taylor is great, but she's not going to be able to get all those girls out of there by herself. Now, Riley and Christy have personal insight knowledge of the operation, so they can help. So play along nicely.
But how am I going to keep my agent's identity safe?
You'll have to figure it out, I guess.
Christy, you never once told me about. You just never said anything.
Because it's not something I like talking about. The only part that I can even talk about is the friendship with Riley that I made from it. No one else is able to understand what we went through.
I just wish you would have told me. It's not good to hide stuff like that. You could have trusted me enough to tell me
Because you would have what, Mario? There was nothing you would have been able to do. It happened long before I met you and I moved on. I got over it. I went to college, I got into the service, I got to have friends, and I was able to go back to my family after it. I made something out of myself from it, and I'm damn proud of it. There was no need to talk about it.
No, you think you got over it all. All you did was mask the trauma of it by building yourself so strong so that another man can't even harm you that way. That doesn't take away the fact that it happened, that it affected you. Acting like it doesn't help. You should have talked about it. Could have talked to me, damn it.
And you have what? Stayed? Married me? Me talking about it could have been the resolution to you staying? A way to show that I needed you like you wanted?
No. Could have been a way for you to start healing. You can't build the future hiding from the past. You built your life around it out of fear. Things could have been different. I'm not saying talk about it because it'll make you feel better, but talk about it because it happened.
For as long as I've been knowing you and Christy, neither of you have told me about this. Why not?
It was very traumatic, okay? It's not the story that most people get to tell how they met. Hi, me and my best friend were both kidnapped and thrown into a sex trafficking ring, but we escaped and formed a trauma bond from it, and we've been best friends ever since. Not the kind of story you pitch out there.
I get it. Not everybody wants to talk about their past and the trauma that comes from it. The question is, do you think you're going to be able to handle it when we catch them, if you never dealt with it?
I have. I'm here today as an agent, aren't I? It was dealt with, so let's get into this case.
Greg's right. We need to know if you and Christy can handle this, so when we apprehend him, you two are not to go near him.
But Tasha!
But nothing. Listen, trauma can cause us to not have a level head when we need it the most. You will not go near him, and that is an order.
Governor Walsh gave us everything we need to work this case, including her security and technical equipment. Justin and Jade, that's where you will be working. The rest of us will be using the governor's resources to take this guy down. This case will require the work of both teams. I'm calling in some of my IAA guys as well.
Okay, guys, we need to move fast. Riley, tell us everything you have on this guy.
Everything that I've been tracking from this guy from the past few years shows that he moves these girls from truck to truck pretty fast. He usually uses 2 trucks during his route. He never stays more than 24 hours in the same location, and his crew helps him transport the girls by posing as the truck drivers.
The cover gives them access to move through restricted tunnels and roadways. The girls are in the back of the trucks behind the crates they use to pose as workers' equipment.
If they're using restricted access IDs, we can track the companies they're using to see where they've been using them. If we can track where they've been, it'll lead us to his location and the girls.
That's actually smart. Instead of stopping the trucks first, we can track them down and watch where they go and then take one of the trucks.
So we track the trucks and then hijack them. That sounds like my kind of job right there.
Okay, guys, let's move on this case. If it's really as Riley says, we only got a few hours to move.
I tracked his activity about 5 hours ago, so we may have a good 17 hours to move before we never see him or those girls again.
Let's move, now!
Did you get the girls ready like I asked?
Yes, but it wasn't easy. They were not very cooperative. They kept saying they wanted to go home crying and whatnot.
20 years and it's always the same shit. Little ungrateful bitches. I give them a home, I feed them, take care of them, and yet they still complain. Most of them came off the streets. They had nothing. Nobody to miss them back at the little precious homes they keep crying about. You would think they'd be grateful somebody took an interest in them.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be happier being that they're under the care of the almighty Zeus. They truly don't know how good they have it.
Exactly. Now these girls here, they don't even understand how special they are. See, they're not like the other ones we picked up. No, these girls are much more. See, these girls right here, they're pure. Never been touched, never been had.
So what exactly does that mean for the auction? What about that makes them more special?
It makes them worth more money. You see, the pure ones, I never touch. I never let the boys have their fun with them because I know what they're worth. Do you know how much a 50-year-old widowed man would pay to have a young girl like that that's never been touched by his side? He'll train her, and I have at least $300,000 out of it.
I got you. I hear you loud and clear. Listen, I left Priest with the girls and it looks like he needs some more help, so I'll take this.
Okay, I was able to track down one of the company covers they are using. It was not easy because the files are encrypted. The route they are taking passes by an exit off of Spooky Drive.
Once the second truck passes its clearance, we will know because we have access to it. Stop the truck once it goes through because they will be meeting up with the other truck to transport the girls together.
Okay, got it. Quentin, Mario, I want you two to take out the drivers and take the truck. Greg, I want you to follow behind them in the car. Riley and Christy, I want you to get with the girls in the back of the truck once it stops. We need to be able to know where his camp is so we can infiltrate it. Nick and I will be tracking the points so we know when to send in the troops. Everybody got it?
Nick, what's going on? You know I'm on the case, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling. Listen, I tried to stop it, but the FIB is coming in on this case. Governor's orders.
What? This is my case. It took me weeks to convince him I could help him. You don't even want to know the things I've seen him do and be in control of to get on this team. How did he even find out about this?
Apparently, Agent Riley has been tracking him for some time, too. Looks like he took her and Agent Christie a while back, but they escaped. She's been tracking him down ever since, it seems.
Okay, I understand. But how am I supposed to continue to work this case with them coming in? I can't have Tasha finding me out. Not right now.
You'll keep doing what you're doing and keeping those girls safe. Sync your watch on mine so I know your movements, so I know what areas to track to cover you when we move in.
Okay, cool. I have to get back. Not trying to blow this cover. We are so close. I got the girls he sees as his big ticket. I will keep them safe.
Hey, look, I know you are scared, but we are here to help.
We are going to take out the bad man that's doing this to you. Just trust us.
Jeez Christ, Christy, look at these girls. They look younger than we were.
I know. Hey, you know we are going to stop him, right? We got a whole team with us this time.
Okay, team, we will be following you, but we will be further behind with the troops. Everybody get ready. This will be messy and dangerous.
Whatever it takes to take down this bastard. I'm fully prepared.
Looks like it's time. Get the girls and bring them to me.
You're moving up the time of the auction? But why?
Because the buyers are getting anxious. Los Santos has been getting cleaned up by cops lately, and they're scared that if we sit on this for too long, we'll be caught. So we are moving the time up because I'll be damned if I miss out on my money or get caught, so bring them to me now.
Nick, I don't know what you had planned, but I hope you are moving quick.
Riley, you said we have at least 17 hours to move on him, right?
Yeah, that's about right.
He's already got what he's come for, right? These trucks already had the girls, so he's either moving them or he's covering his tracks, which could mean he's already gone. Is there anything that will possibly make him stay right now for a whole 24 hours? If he's a trafficker, he's probably making money off them, right?
That's right. He sells them off to old, lonely men. They train the young girls into sex slaves.
God, these are sickos.
He's probably putting together an auction. He usually moves quick on those because of the buyers.
What? He just sells all the girls to the highest bidder?
No, not all of them. Just the virgins. He thinks of them as the pure ones, and they go for a lot of money.
That's one of the reasons he never touched me, Christy, or Jennifer. He was never interested in touching us, just selling us. He thought we were his special girls.
If he has buyers, that means he has a known location of where he wants them to meet to exchange the girls and money. It would be a discreet meeting, so he wouldn't have these trucks meeting them there. Remember, this truck was supposed to meet up with the first, hence the GPS tracker in it to show the location of the other truck. You don't track the location of a secret meeting unless these trucks were not headed to the auction. They were headed back to the base for his reload.
He's got a point. We're not following the right route. We need to get to where this auction is. Do you guys have any idea where the buyers will be meeting up at?
He uses this website, keepersforpeepers.com. I was never able to crack down the encryption files to gain access to it myself.
And that's why we have Jade and Justin. We need you guys to access a site on the dark web called Keepers for Peepers. We need a location of the auction if there's one happening tonight.
Gotcha. I'm cracking down a few codes here. This stuff is really heavily encrypted. Just one more code and aha. Oh God! This sick. There are girls on here like 7 years old. Oh God, I'm gonna be sick.
Jade's not kidding. This stuff is sickening. What the hell is wrong with these people?
We know it's hard to look at, but we need to know the location of an auction. We can't risk him getting away.
I'm looking through the comments and Pied Piper 69 said, "Can't wait to buy one like this for myself tonight." Ugh.
To which user Peter Pan Wonderland about 1 hour ago replied 20, 25, 34, 05, 118, 24. Has about 200 likes but no further comments. And that's the only thing I see about anything happening.
Well, that doesn't help us. If he's a big seller like he's known to be, somebody definitely knows where they would be. And they aren't saying it.
If someone does know anything, I'm going to just tell you, we're not going to find it from that website.
That's where he would sell. It's the hottest site for those buyers. No way they don't know about it.
He wouldn't come all the way to Los Santos for no reason. It's got to be here.
Wait, the numbers 34.05, 118.24?
What you thinking over there, boy genius?
Guys, it's longitude and latitude. It's coordinates. And if my calculations are correct, if I were to use this map to coordinate those numbers, I would get a location and it would be right about here. Aha. It's a location for the sewers in between Highway 72 and Northport San Andreas.
That's gotta be it. Those tunnels are discreet and just big enough to fit all those buyers in.
Yes! Way to go, Greg.
Yes, Greg, good thinking. Let's head there now. Those girls could be in big danger.
How do we know we aren't too late, though? It just gives a location, but we don't know if it has not already happened.
Because of the time. It was posted about an hour ago. 2025. That's military time. It means whatever is happening is going down at 8:25, which is about 30 minutes from now.
Well, we need to put a move on it now.
My good gentlemen, so glad you could all be here tonight. It brings me great pleasure to present these beautiful gifts to you. Why don't we have a look before we start the bidding? Aren't they just gorgeous? They've all been well cleaned and well fed, also pure as promised. How about we start the bidding at, let's say, $50,000? Do I hear $75,000?
What the hell are you doing here? How did you know about this?
Man, this is my case y'all barged in on. Nick has me on this case for weeks. It's not an accident that his activities spiked while in Los Santos. This guy's been hiding his tracks for over 20 years now. You think he just slipped up like that? I've been working from the inside and tracking down everything.
Nick? He knew you were here?
Duh, he's my boss, remember? I work for the IAA. He sent me this case weeks ago. Zeus has a big operation to take down, and we've carefully planned out up until this point.
Why the hell hasn't he said anything today? He knew we were going after Miles.
Because I asked him not to tell Tasha still. She doesn't know yet.
You need to tell her. I can't handle lying to my boss.
Can we talk about this later? We do have a war going on here. Let's go. You all will be safe right here, okay? There's a tracker in this van. My team will know exactly where to find you in case I don't make it back in time. Be quiet and you will be safe, okay?
He's escaping. I'm going after him.
You can't. You'll get in trouble.
I don't care. He's not getting away this time.
Tasha, Riley's going after Miles. He was escaping.
What? She knows she can't go after him. Agent, stand down. You cannot go after him. That's an order.
If she gets to him, she's gonna kill him. We have to stop her.
Miles Davis, you are under arrest for soliciting and distributing illegal underage prostitution. You have the right to remain silent.
I thought that was you. I thought I'd never see you again. You know, I've never been able to find other girls like the three of you. You will always be favored. One of my most special girls.
I am not your special girl.
We got him, Riley. It's done. Stand down. You're gonna kill him if you don't stop.
You don't understand. He doesn't deserve to live.
Riley, I get it. I want him dead too, but death is too quick for him. We have to take him in. We got him. We finally got him.
We have the girls in the van. They were safe and sound from the shooting. We've got quite a mess to clean up here, though.
See, Riley? We got the girls. We are going to save the other ones, and he is going to jail. We did it. We finally did it.
All I care about is the girls. Load them up so we can take them in. We need them to tell us where the others are. And then we can have them back, safe and sound.
Talk about a twisted tale of the prey catching the predator. Today was intense.
Yeah, definitely was. Makes me think that what we do here is important. Also makes me grateful in a way that we get to spend the time that we do have together. And hey, do you want to go on another date tomorrow night?
Unbelievable! You have the nerve to be thinking about a date after the day we just had?
Well, I just thought we could take the stress off today and...
Pick me up at 9, and this time I want to go for lobster, baby breath boy. I'll text you when I'm ready.
Governor, you have to understand, we had to act fast. He had more guys than we anticipated, which gave him the distraction time he needed to escape. Agent Riley was the only one close enough to catch him. Had she not, we would have never caught him, and we wouldn't have saved those girls and saved the ones they told us about back at the base.
Tasha, I know you and your team mean well, and I appreciate you all fighting like hell today to save those girls. But my condition was clear. Neither one of them should have gone after him because it was too personal. A direct order was defied. I'm sorry, but Agent Riley is suspended, starting immediately.
What are you doing here? How did you find...
Jade, she might have looked into your files for me and gave me your address. Why are you in a hotel anyways? Thought you were staying here in Los Santos for good.
Is that really what you want to talk about right now?
I just came because... One night I was walking with my friend Jennifer from school. We were leaving some senior guy's party. We weren't even supposed to be there, you know. And she got into it with one of the guys she liked because she was drunk, so we left. That night some guys were following us and we couldn't outrun them. They caught us and threw us in the truck.
Christy, you don't have to...
When we got in the back of the truck, there was another girl back there already. It was Riley. They took us to this place and got it reeked. It was almost a dungeon-like environment. When they finally let us out, we tried to run, but then they caught us. That's when we first saw his face, the one they called Zeus. We were there with him for months. The things we saw, the noises we heard, it was horrible.
Honestly, you don't have to say anymore.
The whole time he trained us, we were looking for a way to escape. We found a map of one of the truck routes on one of his guards one day, so we had it all mapped out. We were going to leave that night and come back with police to save the other girls. We jumped into the back of the truck as it was moving. Only one of us wasn't fast enough. Jennifer got caught trying to catch the back of the van with me and Riley, and the guard shot her in the head and stopped her from catching it. I watched my best friend die after we went through 8 months of horrible, disgusting events together. Nobody else could understand. Nobody else but Riley. We vowed to never speak on it outside of each other, so we moved on together. We decided to go to college, get into the forces, so we'd never be that weak again, and try to live normal lives. And it worked for the most part. God, I've never spoken about this with anyone but her, you know?
I'm so sorry you went through all of that. It's no wonder you are actually mentally insane after something like that. And you were never weak either. Those men were weak. Going after teenage girls? That says a lot about them, not you. You fought your way out. And damn, look at the woman you are today. Doesn't sound weak at all to me.
Yeah, you're right. Can I stay here tonight? I don't want to be alone right now.
Christy, I don't know if that is such a good idea.
Remember that pool between us that you were talking about earlier? If it didn't feel right, I wouldn't be here right now. So I'll ask again. Can I stay the night?
Yes, you can stay. I want you to stay.